The first log rule that we'll look at is that ln A plus ln B equals ln A times B. And this is the sort of question that you can expect in a test. So here, using this law, we know that we can combine this to become ln x times x, which is x squared, equals ln 25. Now, because we're doing ln on both sides, we can make the brackets equal each other. And we have this. Now square rooting on both sides, we know that x is 5. Now x could also be -5 if we square root 25. But remember that we can only do ln of a positive number. So we know that x has to be greater than 0. So we ignore this answer, and this is our only answer. Here's another question we could get. Now again, using the same rule, we can combine these brackets because we are adding them, and it becomes ln x times x plus 2 equals ln 3. And now, because we're doing ln on both sides, we can make the brackets equal each other, and we're going to have, expanding this, we're going to get x squared plus 2x equals 3, minusing 3 on both sides. We're going to get this. Now, to factorize this, we need to think of two numbers that multiply to 1 times -3 and add to this, which is 2. Now, the two numbers that do that are 3 times -1. So we can just factorize like this. Now, because of the null factor, we know that either this bracket equals 0, giving us x equals -3, or x minus 1 equals 0, giving us x equals 1. Now again, we know that we can only do ln of a positive number, so we can't have a negative value for x, and the answer has to be x equals 1. Now, here's another question that we could get. Again, we can combine the brackets by multiplying them. And that will equal ln 5. Now again, because we're doing ln on both sides, we can make the brackets equal each other. So let's expand the bracket out first. So this will be 2x squared minus x plus 2x minus 1 equals 5. Now simplifying, we can get 2x squared minus x plus 2x will just be plus x minus 1 minus 5 will give us minus 6. So now we need to think of two numbers that multiply to 2 times -6 and add to the number here, which is just +1. Now the two numbers that do that are 4 times -3. And we're going to use these two numbers to rewrite our plus 1x. So we're going to write it as 2x squared plus 4x minus 3x minus 6 equals 0. So this plus 1x is now replaced with plus 4x minus 3x, which also just equals 1x. And we do that so now that we can factorize this bracket. So if we're factorizing this part first, we're going to get 2x as common, and we're left over with x plus 2 inside the brackets. And now if we factorize this, we have -3 as the common factor, and we have x plus 2 inside the brackets again. And we know this is good factorization because we want these both brackets to end up with the same terms. Just moving this up to make some space. So at this point, we can factorize this again and see that x plus 2 is common to both. And in our second bracket, we're going to write this and this. And now we can make either this equal 0, so in which case x will equal -2, or 2x minus 3 will equal 0, in which case our x will equal 3 over 2. Now again, we need to make sure that x plus 1 and 2x minus 1 are always positive for it to be a valid answer. So if x is negative 2, well then x plus 1, which will be negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. So this is not a valid answer. With 3 over 2, that's 1.5, plus 1 is 2.5, and here 2 times 3 over 2 minus 1 is 2. So both these brackets are positive when x is 3 over 2 or 1.5. So this is our correct answer.